Hey guys, it's Mike from Make Time Online, and today we're joined by Christina Piccoli, who has tried multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing. So Christina has a pretty cool story. Just again, another completely normal person who I think she actually started, well, she was into online marketing and things in the early 2000s. She was even at that stage where you had to code and everything, your website from scratch. No idea how anyone did that. If you've ever looked at HTML coding and things, it is literally another language. In fact, it's worse than another language. I don't know how people did it. But so she was into that sort of stuff then. And then she met her husband, had some kids, and kind of had more responsibilities and other things that she needed to do in her life. And so it was in around 2014, 15, that kind of time where she started getting an itch, as she called it, and wanted to get back into something to do with online marketing. And that's when she fell into a few multi-level marketing companies. I'm going to let her kind of explain her story. She also then has gone back into affiliate marketing, and she's just kind of sharing her story as to how she has got from where she used to be to what she is doing now, and what her own personal opinion and preference is. So I hope you enjoy this one, guys. So Christina, I was reading on your About page that you are really into heavy rock. I thought that was quite a cool thing.
Yeah, I am. It's kind of funny because I'm mostly a really quiet and shy type of person, but I guess I have that alter ego that likes that crazy music.
Is that just kind of always been the case? I think I even read on there that that's how you met your husband, through seeing a band of some sort.
Actually, that's an interesting story. We met online. But he likes that type of music. So
oh, cool.
It's good. It's a nice match.
Yeah, definitely. And so it was probably, I was reading on there as well. It was a few years ago where you were, well, it was early 2000s by the sounds of it, that you actually got started with online marketing and internet marketing. Is that just something that you were always interested in, or was it like through your job, or how did you actually get started with it?
So I think I've always really been interested in online stuff. So like way back in the day, my mom bought a Commodore 64 and we were the first people that I knew to have a computer. And ever since then, it was something that I always had an interest in. And so let's see, I guess it was about 1992, we got a program called Prodigy. And that's actually where I met my now husband.
Ah, right.
But back then, it wasn't the same online as it is now. It was email, horoscopes, and message boards. Yeah. So I met him on there, and we started emailing, and that's all we did. We emailed back and forth for a long time. I was only 16, so that's pretty crazy. No. So that's kind of always been my interest. At some point, I guess in the early 2000s, I started looking for ways to make money online, and I discovered affiliate marketing. And back then, we had to build out our own websites using HTML code, which was fun and challenging at the time, but I'm so happy we don't have to do it anymore. Yeah. Now we just push the button and there's our website, which is great.
I have no idea how anyone does that. I still cannot get my head around it. Like some of the basic coding and stuff just on WordPress, but right. Like when you change it to like see the code, I'm just like, no, I can't. It hurts my head just looking at it. So I've got absolutely no idea how anyone could build something from scratch using that sort of stuff.
I know, it's pretty amazing. I mean, back then when we were first learning how to do that, the websites looked awful,
So,
I guess.
so that you actually started with affiliate marketing, like almost straight away in the early 2000s.
Yeah. If my memory serves me correctly, it was something that I was interested in. Now, when I say that, I also got caught up in some, bad programs, some scams. I belonged to this kind of like a pyramid scheme that the guy went to jail. So I definitely got caught up in that kind of stuff too, which is maybe why I write about a lot of that now, because I really want people to avoid losing money in that way.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed as well, is it still exists so much, really, doesn't it? You think how much it has changed since then. And you can almost understand how those like scams and things kind of existed then, because the internet was still quite new and, like there was so much that people just didn't really understand. Whereas now it's kind of like, well, I don't know. It's just weird that there still are so many scams and things out there that kind of still exist.
Yeah, I mean, there's scams on every corner, and they just pop up more and more. I think, though, you and I were in this area, so we know what to look for. I just think that a lot of people still, they don't really know what a scam is, because they're just not looking into it in the same way that we do. So there's still people that are kind of blind to it.
Yeah. I mean, you can see some of the marketing and stuff now, I can imagine is even like way better than what it was. So the scams have probably changed a little bit, but I mean, some of them you can see. So, I mean, like that, even for me, I've only really started doing this a few years ago, and just all the time, like I was serious about like trying to start an online business, but I just didn't know what to look for. And so they just appealed. They know how to like push on your emotions and push the right buttons and things about making it sound like easy to do. And, anyone can do it. And, you're going to make thousands of dollars in a month or something ridiculous. So I think they're quite clever. You can see how people do fall for them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. They play on people's emotions. And, maybe deep down people know that it's too good to be true, but it's like, I know I've felt like this before. It's probably not true, but at the same time, like, what if, and maybe you just try to go for it thinking maybe this is the one this time.
Yeah. So have you kind of got any things that you look out for, any tips of what to avoid? Like, how do you know if something is legit or if it is a scam? Like, what are some of the things you would do?
I think one of the biggest things, especially since I've been writing about different products and programs, there's a bunch of red flags to look out for. One of the bigger ones for me personally is if the product owner doesn't show their name. I know some people online, they want to remain anonymous, but at the same time, I always try to tell people when I'm writing about these programs, think about all the products and things that you buy that you really like, that have worked really well for you. I guarantee that every single one of those, exactly who, or you can find out who started that program or that product or that service. Because when somebody starts something that they're proud of, they're willing to show what they've done. So these guys that come on with their products that really don't work, they know they're not going to work, and to me that's why they hide themselves. So that's one of the biggest ones for me. And obviously, like you said, the whole make money really fast, make $1,000 in a week, those types of things. It sounds great, but obviously that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think that is the thing as well, when for a lot of people, if they're not used to doing things online, you hear all these massive success stories and you think, oh, maybe that is possible. Maybe I'm just not doing the right thing. Maybe that is going to be possible for me to do. But I know you've obviously been through a bit of like a transition as well. So you kind of started doing like coding and stuff and trying to build your website that way. But then I also know that you started doing some multi-level marketing programs and things. I can't remember what the first one was that you joined. Can you remember?
Yeah, so it was quite a while ago, probably also early 2000s. I joined a company called Fruta Vita, and I actually tried to look them up recently, and I think they're still around, but maybe not as a multi-level marketing company.
Right.
And so, I mean, I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. I roped one of my friends into it, and that was about it.
And so, like, I think multi-level marketing companies sometimes have a bit of a bad name or a bad reputation for themselves. And I think sometimes a lot of people just don't really know what to look for in there. Would you say that, can you find good multi-level marketing companies? Like, do some of those exist as well?
One time I would have said yes. So the last company I was with was Young Living, and I was with them for a year. And as I was transitioning back to affiliate marketing, I did start to write a little bit about MLMs, not too much, but a little bit. And at that time, I would have said that MLMs are a legitimate way to earn an income. But since I've been doing more research on them for my website, my perspective has really shifted on them. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually more anti-MLM.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I don't think it's a great business model. And most people, 99% will lose money. And that was definitely true for me.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Why is it that 99%? Or you hear different stats from different things, don't you? I think I've read before it's like 73%. Sometimes someone says like 99%. But yeah, it's safe to say that a lot of MLM distributors will lose money. What would you say is like the main reason for that?
Well, the biggest reason, so like for me, when I was in Young Living, mm-hmm. There's just so much to unpack with MLM. So I'm trying how to say it. But when you're a distributor, you are also buying the product every month, usually every month. Not all MLMs require it. Some do. Young Living actually did require it if you wanted to qualify for all of your commissions and bonuses. Mm-hmm. So what happens is, I think a lot of people get stuck. They can't sell the product, and so they end up buying a lot of it themselves in order to stay qualified. And I think that's where a lot of people get into trouble. And yeah. Yeah, no,
I've definitely, I think that is probably the biggest reason why there's so many people that end up losing money from MLMs. But I would say as well on that point is that I think a lot of people get into it without even realizing that there is like a monthly sales quota. So normally it's like, is it PV or personal volume or whatever they call it? It's different in different ones, I think. But I think a lot of people don't even know that that's a thing until they're in the company. Like you say, though, I think there are some that don't even have that. So would you say if they didn't have that, that's a better MLM for people to join potentially if they were thinking about joining one?
Well, there are some that don't have it just to be kind of like an affiliate for the company. Mm-hmm. But if you want to move up the ranks, I haven't found any MLM where if you want to move up the ranks where you don't have a monthly quota. I mean, that's part of how you move up. You have to sell a certain amount. Right.
Yeah. So it's, yeah, that makes sense. So to actually like get a higher position, you have to sell more products that month or something and maintain that each month.
Correct, which I understand. I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, like I said, The problem is that when you're in an MLM, as a distributor, you're actually the customer. So you end up buying most of the product, and then your upline makes money off of you.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the business model. In order for you to succeed, it means that people below you have to lose money.
Right. So the people that you're recruiting, you actually need them to be paying into the company each month, sort of thing.
Correct. Yes. And I know from experience with Young Living that, you'll join all these different Facebook groups and they'll get you so hyped up about new products that are coming out or these bundles. And, it's every month they have these promotions and you're the one buying into it. And now I realize that they're making money off of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that is something that, I've heard from a lot of people actually, is that, you think, oh, you're joining the company to make money and, work from home and things like that. And then after a while, you realize that you're just spending money every single month. But, obviously for you, you've been inside different MLM companies and things like that. I was wondering if you've noticed or if you've spoken to anyone that does do well from any of the companies or any other MLM companies.
Yes. So I actually have a friend that I know online. She's one of the top sellers on Sensi, and she does very well. And there's another person who lives around here who's at the top of Young Living, and I actually went to one of her meetings one time. So yes, obviously there are people who do very well, but again, it's like very, very tiny amount of people. And then I think about what they're doing, how they got to the top, and it's because people below them are spending money. It just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't anymore.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. What are Young Living's products? I've heard of them, but I can't think off the top of my head.
They sell essential oils mostly.
Okay, so it's just essential oils. And Sensi, that's the candle, it's like wax, isn't it, or something? The burners.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. So did you say that you were in Sensi as well, or were you just in Young Living and was it Fruta Vida? Yeah,
Fruta Vida. I was not in Sensi, but I just happen to know someone who's doing very well.
Yeah, so obviously you've had the luxury or the not so good fortune maybe of being inside some MLMs and things, and you've also seen what it's like to be an affiliate marketer. So can you just maybe let us know, since you've joined those MLMs, from what I understand, you now just concentrate on affiliate marketing?
Correct. So here's kind of what happened. So I was in Young Living and I was trying to think. So at that time I wasn't doing affiliate marketing, but I was trying to think how can I get in front of more people without messaging friends and family and cold messaging people. And I thought, let me get back to making a website. I'll do reviews. This is the time that I got back onto Wealthy Affiliate. Mm-hmm. And so I started creating reviews for different essential oils that I was selling. Cool. So that's kind of how I got back into affiliate marketing. Meanwhile, I was spending all this money on essential oils every month and not selling anything. So I kind of just dropped that side of it and just focused on affiliate marketing, which to me is such a better business model.
Why is that? Why, what is it about affiliate marketing that you find is better than MLM?
So for affiliate marketing, I love the fact that I can get on my computer, I can write about things that I enjoy writing about, and I don't have to tell a single soul that I know what I'm doing. So, when you're in an MLM, you have to talk to all your friends and your family and make lists of people that you know and network. But being somebody who's more of an introvert, I really prefer affiliate marketing. I write, people come to my website. I don't have to go harass anybody. And to me, that's just the best. Yeah. I don't have to buy products. I don't have to build a downline. I don't have to train anybody. It's just me and my website.
So when you're like, for some people, they might not necessarily know exactly what affiliate marketing is or what it kind of involves. So when you say you just write about things that you like on your website, does it mean you can just write about anything, or like how do you decide what it is that you write about?
Well, you can, I guess it depends. Well, okay, for affiliate marketing, you obviously want to earn an income. You can be a blogger and write about whatever you want and not worry about the income part of it. But as an affiliate marketer, of course, you have to choose things that people are looking for. So when I say that I write about things that I like, I'm writing about things that I enjoy, but also with the intention of attracting other people who are also interested in that topic.
Mm-hmm. Can you give an example of like some of the topics you might write about?
Well, for my main website, I mostly write about affiliate marketing and MLM. So I know looking into different multi-level marketing companies and being involved with the anti-MLM people, and I kind of see what companies are coming out and what questions people have, and I can go into Google and kind of take a look and see what people are searching for, and then when I go in to write my article, I can break down all of those topics so that I can answer those questions that people are looking for.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So, and then how does that sort of translate into an income? Like, what is like the process of what happens when you release an article or publish an article?
Well, a few different things can happen. Number one, you can try to get people on your email list, and then you can have conversations with them through email, and then eventually you can promote some things to them. You can give an alternative solution, which is what I usually do. So for MLMs, I generally say it's not my favorite way to earn income, but affiliate marketing is, and here are some companies that can help you learn how to become an affiliate marketer. Mm-hmm. So that's the main way that I do that.
Cool. Yeah. And so have you kind of found any like tools or resources, or is there anything that you use where you really, you can't really do it without using those tools or trainings, or like, is there anything that you found is particularly useful for you with affiliate marketing?
The main tools that I use are, for email, I use ConvertKit. There's lots of different email service providers, but I've been happy with that so far. As far as training goes, I do belong to a couple of different training platforms. My favorite one, as I mentioned already, is Wealthy Affiliate. I've been a member. I started in 2009, but then I was kind of on and off. I was doing different things, raising my kids and, trying out MLMs, I guess. But then I came back at the end of 2017. But that for me, being a member there has really been instrumental. I finally have started creating a consistent income. It's not mind-blowing yet, but it's getting there. But being a part of that community has been really, really so helpful for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like you were just saying there, you've sort of started building this income. Have you found that is it quite a lot of work to kind of maintain that income, or does it kind of build each month? Is it sort of growing each month?
It is definitely growing each month, which is another reason why I think affiliate marketing trumps MLMs. Because in an MLM, you have to you basically start at zero every month, and you have to constantly be going out, recruiting, selling, or training people if you're higher up in the company, training people how to do what you do. So with affiliate marketing, you create content, and that content just lives out on the internet forever. And so people can continuously find it over and over again.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And is that something that is that like the stage that you're at now then, where you're finding your content is kind of getting found more and more? Because tends to be like what happens with websites and things, obviously, is like the authority of them tend to improve like over time, as long as you're writing genuinely good content that people like and things like that and are sharing. And so are you kind of finding each month you're getting more traffic from, is it mainly from Google that you get your traffic, or are there other ways that you get visitors and stuff to your website?
For me, it's mainly Google, but I also belong to some Facebook groups where I can post some of my articles, so that also helps. But the majority of my traffic does come from Google. Nice,
yeah, because from all the traffic that like I've seen and tried and personally got, I think Google by far is like the most passive and kind of like hands off, isn't it? Because
yes,
it lives there for longest. I know there's these Google updates and things like that, and so some people talk about having their website lose a load of traffic when these updates happen, but compared to anything else, it is completely hands off. Like even compared to like Pinterest marketing or something, where yes, you need to keep creating pins and things to kind of keep the traffic. But yeah, Google just is pretty much completely passive, isn't it?
It is. And I actually got hit with that Google update last summer. So that was,
did you?
That was pretty frustrating. I was so close to hitting 3,000 users in a month, and then I got hit with the update and it just completely wiped out most of my traffic. So thankfully, since then, it's been coming back, and now I'm finally past that threshold.
Nice. Yeah, no, I think it's good to get past those like mini hurdles and things, isn't it?
Yeah, that was definitely a hurdle. I was really frustrated, but that's part of this business. There's going to be ups and downs.
Yeah, and I think that is definitely something that not everyone kind of talks about. A lot of people just put out, this is how much money I'm making, or like this is how easy it is to do. Like even if it is a legit training or program or whatever, I do tend to find people still kind of highlight the good parts and don't always necessarily talk about the challenges and things. Like you were just saying, Google having an update or something is a bit of a challenge sometimes. But have you found there's anything that you do or anything that you have found to kind of overcome challenges, or are there any other challenges that you've kind of faced has it been about the last 3 years? Is that about right?
Yeah. So when I came back, I had a different website, but I've been working on my main one now for about a year and a half or so. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would say there's always going to be challenges in this business because you don't control everything. You can't control what Google does. You can't control what Pinterest does. The only thing that you can really control is what you put on your website, what you put on YouTube. I mean, even there, YouTube could have a new policy change and that could wipe out a lot of your content. So the best thing to probably do is to put up an email list, which I haven't been great at yet, but I'm getting there.
I've definitely heard that from a few people. Is I guess an email list is something that you do control, don't you? It's not like you just going to get your email list disappeared tomorrow if Google had an update or anything. So I have heard that from a few people. That's definitely a good point. So yeah,
there's always going to be those issues that you face where something happens and you lose traffic. So to get over that, I don't know. I mean, to me, I think you just have to keep going, or you have to come up with another strategy, maybe go out and find different platforms to promote yourself on. There's always ways around it. So I would never say to completely give up or let yourself be stuck for too long.
I was just wondering as well, how long would you say you spend working on your affiliate marketing business each week?
So I actually recently got a job at an elementary school.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's fun. I like working with the kids, and I work there from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've been doing is waking up around 4:30, and I take that morning time to write, to have quiet time before kids get up and even pets. So I do that every morning. So that's about an hour and a half. And then I try to do as much as I can after I get home, it's a challenge, because I have the house to take care of and the pets and the kids and the husband. So I just get to squeeze it in, but I try. So probably I'd say 3 hours, maybe 4 per day, and sometimes a little bit more on the weekends, although they can be really busy too.
And so it definitely is possible to like build this affiliate marketing business just from putting in, 3 hours a day.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, since I got this job recently, I think I'm actually more productive.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I think I can get more done now. It's better quality use of my time.
Right. Yeah. So rather than just kind of having the whole day to do whatever you want, you've now got structured time where you've only got an hour here or an hour there, and you've got to get this done basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was home all of last year just working on my website, which was great, and I was able to create a lot of content, but there were definitely a lot of times when I just wasted my time, and now that time is more focused. Yeah,
I think that is a huge thing for a lot of people as well, with like if it's a side hustle or if they are wanting to create some sort of like passive income or whatever it is that they would like to do. There's a lot of people concerned, I've got a full-time job and I've got these other responsibilities, got kids, family. So I think it is quite nice and refreshing to hear that it is possible to do, even if you do have a lot of other things going on. You can actually build something using affiliate marketing or whatever it might be. It could even be multi-level marketing, I guess, but whatever it is that you are doing, it's nice to hear that you can do it with other responsibilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the one thing that really helps me and hopefully it would help other people too is the fact that I really, really enjoy it. I don't mind waking up at 4:30 in the morning because that's my favorite time of the day. I love sitting down and looking into different things and writing about it. I think you have to really enjoy it, at least on some level, to push through and to keep going even through the tough times.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I guess that is another thing as well. Like you were saying, you have to really enjoy it. But with affiliate marketing is you can kind of choose almost any topic that you're interested in or, that you enjoy learning about to write about. And that was always something for me anyway that particularly stood out, is that, you're not channeled into this one thing to promote. So, like multi-level marketing companies typically have their own products and you basically have to promote their products. But if you are an affiliate marketer, you could pretty much anything you can possibly think of, you could become an affiliate marketer of, really.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a huge benefit. Like you said, with multi-level marketing companies, most of them you can't even, you can't promote any other product. They have a certain clause in their plan. But with affiliate marketing, like you said, you can pretty much pick anything. I mean, if you're an associate of Amazon, they have absolutely everything on there. In a way, though, it can be a downside just because it can be hard to figure out what it is that you want to focus on.
Yeah, no, definitely choosing like one thing is so much more beneficial than trying to write about everything.
Yes.
And I just noticed there as well, you said typically MLM companies say that you can't promote anything else. Does that mean that, because the way I've kind of seen it before is that if you are an affiliate marketer or you do online marketing, then some MLM companies might slot in quite well. Does that mean you can't necessarily do that? Or do you mean you just can't promote another MLM company?
I think now I'm not a lawyer. As far as I know, like for Young Living, I'm almost positive that let's say I wanted to promote different essential oils on my website, and I wanted to do like Rocky Mountain Oils, which isn't an MLM, it's just a essential oil company. I'm pretty sure that that's not allowed if you're a part of Young Living.
Right. So you can't even be an affiliate marketer for other essential oils, basically.
Correct. Yeah, you have to. Wow. You're just tied down to them, which really limits you.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I didn't know that. That's really interesting. I'll have to look into that a bit more.
Yeah.
So let's go. I'm trying to think of a day where we can go back to. I'm going to choose probably just before Young Living, because obviously there was something in you. You were still interested in kind of going back into a different multi-level marketing company. So if we could get, what year was that? Was that around 2017, do you say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So
it was around there.
So around, let's say, literally the week before you actually joined Young Living, you might have heard of the opportunity, or someone had probably come to you and said, why don't you join this company or something? If you could go back in time to like that day when that happened, what would be, let's go for one piece of advice that you'd give yourself?
Oh boy. Okay. So how it actually happened was I kind of had an itch, for some reason I always enjoy the idea of selling things. And like I said, I was in affiliate marketing a long time ago and then kind of left it. And so I was kind of itching to do something, to sell something. And so I created a post in this Facebook group that I'm in. And I just said, what do you guys think about network marketing? And that, of course, blew up with so many responses. And so that's how I kind of got into it. At the time, I had a website. At that time, I was actually plant-based. I was a vegan, and I had a website up dedicated to that. So I picked Young Living because it kind of went with the whole plant-based nutrition, health kind of idea. And so that's how I got into it. As far as a piece of advice, the thing is, while that was kind of, it wasn't the best idea to join, at the same time, I'm grateful that I did, because it got me back to affiliate marketing, which is what I'm really passionate about. And I also have more of an inside view of multi-level marketing companies that I can now write about. So to me, it was actually the perfect path. And so I don't really regret it. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's hard to say what advice I'd give myself. Maybe just, I don't know. That's tough because, like I said, I appreciate the path that it took me down.
Yeah, no, that's a really good way of looking at it, I suppose, because you wouldn't have the whole insight of, I suppose it gives you that self-assurance that what you are now recommending is 100% what you genuinely would recommend. Whereas I guess for a lot of people who haven't necessarily tried MLM or something, they just wouldn't know that. So like you say, it's probably a really good path that you went down. So if someone is listening to this, Christina, what is the best way and they wanted to just reach out to you or something, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Probably to go to my website, which is ChristinaPiccoli.com. It's CHRISTINA and then PICCOLI.com. And I'm also on YouTube a little bit. I need to get a little better at that. And they can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. But mainly if they just go through my main website, they'll find me.
Perfect. Right. Yeah, I'll put a link for that in the show notes as well so that people can find you. But thank you so much for your time today. I've really, really appreciated it. And it's so good to get an insight into someone that has done kind of both MLM and affiliate marketing.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. This has been really fun.
So there you have it. If you do want to get in contact with Christina, remember it's ChristinaPiccoli.com. I will put a link in the show notes where you can get in contact with her if you would like to reach out. I'm just going to sum up 5 key takeaways that I took from the podcast, and hopefully it might help you as well. So number 1 is that Christina didn't realize this before she got into different MLMs, but if you become a distributor for an MLM, typically you are going to become the customer, because there is, in a lot of them, not all of them, in a lot of them, there are these monthly sales quota that you have to hit to remain active. I'm doing quotations there, so you can't see. And that just basically means that if you do not sell X amount of products, so let's say if it was from Young Living, if you don't sell $100 worth of essential oils in a month, then you might have to cover the cost. So if you sold $25 worth, then you might have to buy $75 worth every single month. Now, I'm just plucking those numbers out the air, but you get the idea. Each month, there is typically a sales quota that you need to hit. And that was a reason why Christina kind of stopped with different MLM companies. Number 2 is that she said it's not really that suited for introverted people. And I don't know if you know anyone that's in a multi-level marketing company, but you can almost guarantee they will be on social media all the time, every single day. And I don't know, a lot of people on Instagram and stuff like that all the time. But if you're not prepared to do that, or if you don't already do that, then it's probably not the best route for you, because the reason that they are doing that typically, and even in my chat with Chris last week, you can even hear from him say you actually do get some training and some different people that will show you how you can use social media to actually help you network. Basically, it's network marketing. If you like that kind of thing, then it might be the perfect opportunity for you. If you'd rather not have to kind of keep telling your friends and family about how great your products are, which is really what you're going to end up having to do, then it might not be the best thing for you. Which leads on to number 3, which is in affiliate marketing, is you don't need to promote anything to or sell anything to your friends and family ever. So your friends and family might be quite grateful if you weren't doing that. Now, obviously, some people are, it would be nice if your friends and family are super supportive and help you out, but they're equally not going to be wanting to pay you $50 a month for some essential oils or whatever it is that you are promoting. The thing is with affiliate marketing is that you do it all. You can do it all from a website, or all from an email list, or all from, there's different ways that people can use affiliate marketing. But really which leads on to number 4, is that affiliate marketing is that you can work on anything that you want to. So any interest that you have, you can write content for that. And the aim, really, the golden chicken, is that the right thing? I don't know. The aim is to try and get your website onto Google, because that's when it can become passive. And this leads on to number 5, which is with affiliate marketing, you can build it over time. It continues to grow. So as your website starts to rank on Google, so certain things that you've written, if that comes on Google's first page, this can happen more and more each month. And typically, as long as you're writing, you carry on writing good content, people share your things, you connect with different websites and things like that, your website will gain authority in Google's eyes. And that means that it's going to rank old stuff that didn't used to rank and start ranking that as well. So this is how things can really kind of scale and grow with affiliate marketing. And some people, like I've had Jeff and Ben from Dollar Sprout before, they've just turned it into a full-on business. You know, they make $240,000 in a month, I think, that when I spoke to them, and they outsource. So they actually even have like full-time staff and all of that kind of stuff. So there's kind of no limit to where you can go with it, and you completely control it. So I just thought that was a really useful chat, because I know a lot of people don't really understand the difference between different opportunities that do exist out there, and might not necessarily understand whether something is right for them. Like I say, multi-level marketing can work. I know a lot of people that do well from it. Christina says she knows people that do well from it. But it's important to realize what it will take to be successful from it. If you're not able to sell products, you are going to have to pay for it, and you're going to have to keep on networking. You're going to have to keep on trying to recruit people and sell products all the time. It's not really something that becomes completely passive. Yes, you have a downline and they can sell for you and things like that, and you can become a little bit residual, but you're going to have to train them and help them, and there's lots of other kind of moving parts to it, basically. So I really do hope that was helpful, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for listening in to this episode of Make Time Online. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss any future episodes, and please take a moment to write a review for our podcast in the App Store. Keep changing for the better, guys. Take care.